guys, welcome to the Mazama Project Lead the Way online help for Autodesk Inventor 2016. Today we're going to go over how to fillet round edges and also how to chamfer edges. We're going to take a look at the difference between a fillet and a round, and by the end you'll be able to apply a fillet or round to the entire object or to selected edges. I began by opening up one of my puzzle pieces. We're going to take a look and we're going to make some changes to this. I'm not going to save my changes in the end because I don't want to mess up my part, but this way you can see these actions on an actual piece. Okay, so the first thing we have to do is we have to identify which edge we want to apply a fillet to. So fillets are actually inside edges. So I'm going to rotate this and apply myself so I can see an inside edge on the field of view here. So I've got my inside edge I'm selecting, and then my choices from the modeling ribbon up at the top here, I'm going to select fillet for this first choice. Now, although this is called a fillet, on the inside edge here, this is a fillet, but on outside edge, we're going to call it something different. It gives me the option to change my radius. I'm going to go ahead and change this to 1/4 of an inch, and then I can select the check button to apply it, or I can just hit the enter button that's going to apply it. So notice how we have this nice smooth edge here that's joining these two different surfaces. At any time I want to, I can select that again, open up the edit, I can change the diameter. I'm going to go ahead and go back to 0.125 inches. And I can also go in and I can take it off if I need to. So our next portion is going to be applying a round. Now this surface right here, I'm going to use my quick select to apply the round. I'm going to make it 0.125 inches as well, so they're the same. Notice how this is on an exterior. So this is an exterior edge. We would call this a round. My interior edge here we would call a fillet. I can do this same options with my chamfer tool here. So I'm going to apply, in this case, it wants to know what the distance in to set the edge at. Let's make it a pretty big edge here, and it's going to take a chunk off of that corner. And again, editing it is just as simple as selecting, opening up the editing queue, and we can do some additional edits to it. Now, if I want to, I can apply this fillet, round, or chamfer across the entire surface of this part. Let's go back up into my first fillet here, and notice in my control screen one of the options here is all fillet and all rounds. Let's take a look at what happens when I click each of these. Let's do all fillets first. Now there are only two interior edges on this part, one right here in the front, and then we've got another one here in the back. Okay, so if I select that, it's only going to fillet the two edges that's appropriate to. Okay, well, let's take a look at rounds and see what that does. Now there are lots of exterior edges that can be turned into rounds, so I could apply that across my entire part, saving time if need be. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that. Let's take a look and see how I've smoothed out all the different edges here to create our rounds. So let's see what I did wrong there. Let's go do it again and see if what that error was that popped up. Let's do it in my rounds. Okay, let's see. Oh, because there's no, I was putting rounds on this edge and it wouldn't accept it because that's a fillet. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on the fillet option here if I want this to be all the way across. Let's do the fillet as well. And now every single edge, interior and exterior, has a 0.125 bend on it. Thanks guys for taking a look. We'll see if we can apply some of this to our car design in class.